Welcome to Kirsti Cast, the show where we hope to illuminate, entertain, and engage our listeners, helping them create the life they want. I'm your host, Kirsti Manna. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Kirsti Cast. I'm Kirsti Manna, and I'm so glad to have you back this week. And I'm really excited because this is the first in 4 interviews of my Unsigned series. This is a series that I've wanted to do for quite a while on Kirsti Cast, and I wanted to interview unsigned artists who really inspired me. And the one I'm interviewing today is really, really inspiring. She has a great story, and she's an amazing person. And I have Bill Warner with me.
Here.
How's it going over there, Bill?
Pretty well, thank you.
Well, I have to say that last week we weren't here because I got really sick with a sinus infection. That was not fun.
You had the crud.
And I lost my voice as I clear my throat.
I won't say anything.
I know you're probably happy that I lost my voice.
It did have some benefits.
Well, it didn't have any benefit for me, but thank God I'm better now and I'm feeling better. And so I was able to get back on schedule with the podcast. And I'm really excited about this person that we interviewed for the show today. Her name is Jess Novak. And we've known her for some time. When was the first time we met her? Back in 2017 or something like that? Do you remember?
I thought I worked with her a little bit later, 2019.
Oh, maybe, I think it was.
Yeah, she said 17, but I think it was
I think it
later.
was because she was going to come back to Nashville and then COVID happened.
Right.
And so we haven't really seen her since then, and she's had a lot of changes in her life. She had a little boy, and she got married, and she continues to just be a complete badass as a human being and also as an artist. She's one of the hardest working people I've ever known. She plays something like 150 dates a year. And if that isn't an inspiration to the women out there listening, then it should be, because that is a lot of work. And she plays in her own band, and then her husband plays in his own band, and then they come together and they work together. And I really can relate to that because you and I still work together on stage. We still do shows together.
For some reason, I just can't seem to separate the two.
Yeah.
The professional and the personal.
Well, it would be kind of hard to do that. I would love to know people that are listening that are out there that work with their spouses or their partners, and what their experiences are like. Some of our experiences, and I know some of my co-writers will probably run out of here wanting to scream because they've seen us get into some mini knockdown drag-outs about music, which I hate fighting about music, but sometimes you come to blows, like verbal blows, so to speak.
Come to blows. It's not, never
not
that
blows,
bad.
not, what I'm saying.
I think a lot of the same principles that apply in a relationship apply in a musical relationship too. You got to be quick to forgive and, compromise and all that good stuff, all that important stuff.
Well, that's funny because I'll play you a song and you'll just tell me you don't like it.
Well, why would I not be real?
I don't know. That's tough.
If I have issues, I better to say it now.
That's tough to hear coming from you.
Yeah, okay.
But, vice versa, I guess, if you were playing me a mix and I didn't like it,
you never hold back.
Yeah, I don't really.
You let it fly.
I don't really hold back. But what are some of the things that you think are the pluses of working with a spouse? I mean, we've worked together for so many years. I don't even know how long it's been. Forever.
Well, yes, it's been forever. Obviously, there's a level of comfort, and I know what your strengths are, so we can start from a good place. Things like that.
Well, I think one thing that's been fortunate for us is we do different things, so to speak, in the industry.
Yes, definitely.
And you've kind of waded back into the writing thing again with Tori Martin's Abilene. You got involved in writing that song, and we started out together in Nashville writing songs. I've been going through files, our old song files, and there's I forgot about how many songs we actually wrote together, and that's back when we were registering the darn things at the Copyright Board. So that really tells the tale about how long we've been cranking away at that. But
another challenge is the medium. The technology has changed.
Yeah.
I think we have them on cassette, and thank God cassettes still play. But we had like a VHS. I was mixing in some kind of a VHS recorder, which sounded a little better. It didn't have the tape noise that cassettes have. And then there's the evil DAT machines, which we still have a DAT machine. Ryan Michaels gave me a DAT machine out of the goodness of his heart. And I think it still works, but I don't know if the tapes will play.
Yeah, I would think they'd be sounding too.
For those of you out there that don't know what a DAT is, it's a digital audio tape. It records at 1644.1 or 1648. And it was quite popular there for about 5 years, but the tapes are not robust. So.
Yeah.
But I digress.
But it's really fascinating to me how much music we created when we didn't know what the heck we were doing about writing songs. we were really trying to be better, you know? And I love that story that we have about when we came to Nashville and we got a meeting at Meadow Green, which was a division of Sony, Sony Tree. And we were playing our songs, and the guy we're meeting with, he has his back to us. He turns his chair around and said, "Do you guys listen to the radio?" And we were like, "Of course
crushed.
We do." We were crushed.
Like many people that come to town, you know, they have big dreams and they think they're ready to take over the town, but you know, you got to get your butt kicked to grow. And
that was back in the day when we would pitch something to somebody and they'd actually tell you if they passed or didn't pass. Now people just let it go sailing down the creek and they don't even tell you.
I miss that.
And so people, I know, I miss that too. I miss the real part of the music business of, you know, let me know if it stinks, like right now. Instead of letting me wonder 2 years later, I wonder if they ever listened to that song.
Much more difficult to not know than to
it's
get
the
a
worst.
definitive answer.
But I'm glad that we've had each other all these years to have a soft place to fall and shoulders to cry on and a person to make the music with and to schlep the gear and all that good stuff. And
someone to commiserate with.
Yeah. And, you know, Jess and Ben Wayne is her husband. He's an amazing, amazing artist.
Great singer.
And, you know, they do that kind of thing together. You know, you and I have kind of separate careers, but then we come together and we make music together. And we really trust each other's opinion, even though, as we were saying at the beginning, sometimes it's hard to take. So...
Well, it's just like anyone else. You only want to hear the good stuff, but you got to hear the other stuff too.
Yeah.
Because that's not realistic.
Just get down to the good part, please.
Expect only positive results.
Yeah. Well, let's get to the interview here with Jess Novak. And I want to remind everybody to stick around for this interview. We're also going to get to hear Jess's new single, which is really fantastic. Mm-hmm. And I know everybody's going to love this interview because she is... I could talk to her for a week. I wish I lived closer to her. I wish she'd be fun to hang out with and go see her shows. But everybody stick around. We're going to be right back with my amazing special guest, Jess Novak, here at KirstiCast. I've spent years of self-discovery learning how to live a successful creative life. That's why I created my course, Spark Your Creativity, The Steps to a Successful Creative Journey, to help others discover their own potential. Your creative journey never ends. So why not invest in yourself and sign up for my course today at Kirsti.com. See you on the journey. Hey everybody, welcome back to my interview with an amazing artist who we met some years ago. I don't know how long ago it's been, but she lives in New York and she carved some time out to talk to us today. And she's my first artist in my series of unsigned artists. I've wanted to do this series for quite a long time, and she's a perfect one to start with because she is a real powerhouse. So let me tell you a little bit about her. She is a triple threat singer, songwriter, multi instrumentalist, and she can shred an electric fiddle. She's got powerful vocals, and she's an amazing writer. And she's written so many songs by herself. And I always think that solo writes are just incredible. She's a force in any formation, solo, duo, or band. And she's touched audiences across the country from Burlington, Vermont, to Key West, to San Diego. And she plays more than, get ready for this, 150 shows every year. Probably, if I know you, you're playing more than that by now. And she's released 13 original albums. And I'm proud to say she recorded here at our studio in Nashville. She's played some really prestigious rooms, such as the Cutting Room in New York City, the Saint in Ashbury Park, and also a cool place called Nectar's, Burlington, Vermont. And she opened the 23rd annual Shenango Blues Festival with headliner Ronnie Earl and performed at South by Southwest. And she's just opened and played with so many different people. And I think this is impressive. Members of the Butch Trucks and Freight Train Band. That's really cool. That must have been a groove from heaven, right?
Yeah, it was. Yes, exactly.
And she also performs in Safe Word with her husband, Ben Wayne, who's an incredible singer. And I didn't know this about you, but you created and present a really cool festival called FIRE, which stands for Females Inspire Rock and Power. And you started that in October 2022 to spotlight female artists, musicians, and business owners. And you've been holding this annually. So please welcome to Kirsti Cast, Jess Novak.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Jess. It's so good to see you. And I just have to say this story quickly is that you sent me a package some years ago, and it was sat on my desk for a couple months. And when I opened it up, I was like, who is this girl? And that's how we got to know each other. And then you came here and recorded some music. And I think you had plans to come to Nashville more, but then COVID derailed us all.
Yes, exactly that. Yep.
But you kept going.
Yes. Yeah. It's funny. Things got derailed anyway, because then I had a baby. So all the traveling that was planned didn't happen, but now it's just a different great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's so cute. And you said his name is Jessup. That's such a cute name. So there's always so much to talk about with you. You know, you're a really powerful person in so many ways. And you write, or you wrote articles, right? Critiquing other music. Do you still do that?
Not anymore. I wish I did, though. I now I write kind of longer pieces on Facebook just because I miss writing. I like to just write.
Yeah. Are you still writing a lot of songs? Or, you know, are you kind of in the mode where you write when you're going to record, or are you constantly still writing?
I constantly write, and then every once in a while one really catches, and that's how I know I have a good one. So it's kind of like a filter effect.
Yeah.
You know? Put a bunch in and then see what comes through.
Yeah. Where have you been recording up there?
So I love now that a lot of it I do is virtual. I work with a producer who's in Georgia.
Oh, wow.
Just send tracks back and forth and kind of live mix and work. And it's really neat because it's so easy and fast. And he and I work really well together. That's my newest songs are all with him. And it's just easy. Yeah. So different, but great.
Yeah, and I love this new song. Tell me a little bit about this new single you have out. We're going to listen to it in a little bit.
Yeah. Eve is a sister song to the song Woman I released the end of last year. Mm-hmm. And what happened was I released Woman, and it was actually inspired by my festival, the Fire Festival. I wanted a song that kind of went with the festival, that mentioned women and fire and like the feelings around it, which are that we can do anything and to be proud as a woman. That's really what I was trying to express. And so he and I did that, and it was really loud and like in your face. And somehow Eve just came from a more thoughtful side of the same idea, talking about being a woman and being proud, but being more thoughtful and kind of how we got here. And a lot of that is I've read about now in several books is through religion and things we're taught as children. And so to kind of speak about it and like figure it out why we got here and how we're here.
Yeah, that's really interesting backstory of that song. I like that a lot.
There's a lot there.
How did you decide to start your Fire event? That's really interesting. And I was looking at that online. That's really nice that you also are spotlighting people that are music business owners. They're not just people that are making music.
Yes, all kinds. When I was a music journalist 12, 13, 14 years ago, I part of the reason I became a musician was because I was so tired of writing about men. And yeah, like so tired of it. And it was always like such a similar story. My dad gave me a guitar and I listened to Led Zeppelin, and that's great. I'm like, it's great. But I just got tired of the same thing. So, yeah. So as a journalist, I noticed then I'm sick of writing about men. I'm sick of going to festivals that are all men. And then occasionally I would get a festival that had like a female stage and there would be one female singer. And I just got so tired of it. So the idea started then, but then didn't actually happen until, a decade later. And it was supposed to happen during COVID. That was another thing that got kind of put on hold. It was planned for March of 2020. And then we pushed it to 2022 when women kept asking me, when are you going to do it though? We wanted to do it. So we fill a room with female musicians and I try to spotlight songwriters. So not just covers, though we have that, but a lot of original artists and business owners of all kinds, like artists, dancers, people who make clothes and candles, like anything. It's all
that's so cool. Yeah. So how long does it go? For a weekend or just a day?
So we do one big festival every year. That's like, I don't know, 50 people are featured between the music and the businesses. And we usually have a nonprofit there. And that's like the big day event. But then we do smaller events throughout the year. And that also helps me because some artists are great on a big stage in front of a lot of people. And some are like, you need a quiet room. So it's better in different venues for different people. So yeah, that's what we do.
That's really cool. Have some interesting venues open up around where you're living. You guys still live in Syracuse or near Syracuse? Yes. Are there more venues opening up there, more opportunities opening up in that area, or how's that going there?
Yeah, it's another interesting thing about the festival is the venues who have approached us trying to be involved, wanting to spotlight women.
Oh, wow.
It's really great. Or people who do series and ask me for female recommendations because they want to get them on their rosters as well. Yeah. So we've done it at a bunch of different locations and it's been great to watch it outgrow a few venues now. So we've done it at like local arts community centers. We did it at a brewery. We did it at a place called Homer Center for the Arts, which has like Grace Potter and Melanie and, huge acts come through. And
that's good.
It's really cool to watch it grow.
I love that. And I know, well, you're so energized, you're one of these energetic people. You're doing 17 things at once. That's why I really look up to you because I feel like you're kindred spirit. I'm always spinning a million plates. It keeps me happy though. You know how that goes. People go, why are you just doing one thing? I can't.
Yep. I get that.
I can. But I love that you're doing that and that people are reaching out to you. And now can people from out of the state enter, to be a part of the festival? How do they find out about that?
Absolutely. So on the website, it's easy. You just, my website, jessnovak.com, there's a flyer tab. Everything is there. And there's a Google form so you can just easily submit. And we've had people definitely from outside of Syracuse, from Buffalo, from Watertown, so like the surrounding areas. But we had a touring artist who just said, I'm around, I have a hole in my schedule. And so she did it with us. And it was awesome and so different to bring someone, I don't know, no one had even, heard of until then. And now it's so cool to bring in people that you didn't know before.
I really love that. Now, you and I both work with our husbands. Talk to me for a minute about, if you're still loving working with Ben. I'm sure you are because he's such an amazing singer. What a voice to sing with. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
How's that been going with you guys and what have you been doing?
So what I love about us is that we both are so independent. He has his own band. I have my band. He plays solo. I play solo. So when we do come together, it's so exciting.
Yeah.
Like a vacation to just come back together with someone that it's so natural. Like other people, I need to rehearse, I need to get ready. But with him, part of the fun is that we kind of throw things at each other. Like, guess what I learned? Here we go, right? Like, it's just a surprise. We kind of like try to one up and and keep it like so fresh. We never know what the other one's going to do. So
Yeah.
it's, I feel like it's just fun to play with him. Just totally. It's like, we call it our date nights when we get to do it. Cause
Oh, that's so cute.
it's our time
That's
together. Yeah.
Well, I remember when I first met him, when he came, I think you came to Nashville and then you came twice or something, and then he came one time. And I thought, oh, there's something cooking here. You guys weren't totally cooking yet, but it was like, there's something going on here. I could feel this vibe. So I was really excited, to hear when you guys got married, and now you have a little boy. That's so great.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause that was 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
2019, around then. And yeah, we got married in 2023. So you saw it, definitely at the beginning. It's really, really
cool. That's really cool. So, what do you feel like in your career now, or as you're seeing with other women you work with? What are some of the frustrations you see people experiencing in the business right now? Anything?
Everything.
Okay, that's the answer to that question.
So it's like, I feel like it's different questions because the music industry is obviously struggling as it changes.
Yeah. With
the internet and different models, and how to make money right now is just different. And now with AI, it's a whole other thing going on. So
does AI scare you at all?
A little bit. Yeah. It doesn't scare me because it's the interaction where I find the most success in music, and you can't replace that. You can never replace that. So that I'm not worried about.
And I don't understand these artists and there's a lot of them, I think, that just want to be like Spotify artists or something. It's like they don't even know. Like when we were out on the road last year with artist Tori Martin, we were meeting some club owners who were talking about how they would hire these TikTok artists, and these people didn't even know what to do on a stage.
Right. Yep.
Singing with their back to the audience, this kind of a thing. And you are so dynamic. I understand that thing. I think that's my favorite part of music too. But we're outgoing and we're engaging kind of artists, I think. And that's so much fun. Yeah. I will always, always, always love that. I could be 90 and I would still want to do that, I think.
Right. It's the fun of it.
Yeah.
The people.
So what's been an angle for you? How you've been promoting your music on social media, on Spotify, on the streaming platforms? What have you been doing?
Yeah. So again, it's like a tricky thing to figure out because I see like TikTok, I'm still getting, and I feel like that's younger people are just so good at it, and they just do it, right? And for me, I find more success. Like I'm a journalist still. I like writing to people. I like talking. I like not a 30-second thing. I like real things. So I find a lot of success on Facebook and Instagram just being like genuine. That's where I find my connection with people. And then with working with other companies, like realizing where you need help and the marketing and algorithms of all these social media organisms, right? I've gone to other people, and that's been one of the best decisions I've made, to take that load off and like let people help.
Yeah, I think that's smart. What's some advice you would give to an artist listening to this podcast about the smartest the smartest move you'd made, in the last year in regards to your career? What do you think?
The smartest move? That's a good question. I think in the last year, it's been planning and treating it more like a business, because everyone with a real business, right? Because a lot of times we don't even think of music. If you're a songwriter, like you just play music, but it is a business. It has to be if you want to make it grow and work and have longevity. So treating it like a business and keeping track of things, planning, like right now I'm planning 2026. What kind of stages do we want to be on? Where, how much with the band, how much solo? And that's how you get somewhere, is to plan, not just let it happen, but to really make it happen.
It's fun to think in our artist way that it can just happen.
Oh, I wish.
but it doesn't. So what's a stage that you're going for next year? What's a stage that you want to get on?
I want to do, this year has been so awesome. We got on so many festivals, and now I want to get on like the bigger stage, the better slot. Like we've got all the festivals around. So now it's just that next step up among them. And then that's what leads to, more regional. And that's the goal, I think, for 2 years, is to get a little more out of state.
Yeah.
A little.
So you want to be, who would you love to be direct support for?
Well, so I have been support for Danielle Ponder, and I love that because I just love her whole thing. Not just her as a musician, but like her as a person. I love her.
Cool.
Grace Potter, I've seen now. I've opened for, and my friends have, and she's another one. Like, I just love her whole thing.
She's so good.
Yeah, her whole thing. So those would be 2 top ones.
That's cool. And they're both women.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Well, Tori spends part of her time in Texas. And in Texas, it's really hard for women to get booked. It's very difficult for them to get bookings and to headline. That's like, forget about it. It's so difficult. And she hit a real good lick last year, opening. She was direct support for Drew Baldridge on a tour in the fall. And that was really good. She got to play some really nice rooms, and it's, beyond everything else, it's really great bragging rights and just all the connections you make, meeting people, and of course the country music industry. But why is it so hard for women? What is the deal?
Gosh, there's a million reasons.
Give me 3.
Okay. I think, one is being taken seriously, because I get that a lot with the female festival, when people are just like, oh, so you just have like 20 jewels on the stage. I'm like, what? Is that all we do? It's just a sad girl with a guitar? All of it? Really? You think that's all we're capable of? Like, that really is the thing? Or that we all just can play guitar, or maybe a tiny piano? Like, I don't know. I know a lot of women who are great on the kit or can solo like insane. Like, why? That limiting belief, I think, is a big one. I think too, and there's like so many facets to this one, but being a woman in a man's world, which the music industry is impossible. And that's Eve. That's why I just said exactly that. It's impossible, because if you dress too much this way, well, that's inappropriate, and you're this. And if you dress this way, then you're boring and you don't care. And if you are in a band with all men, well, that's not great. But if you're in a band with all women, well, then you're out, right? It's just like, no matter what you do, and men don't get that. Men, that they don't face that. Or another thing that I face, especially as a solo artist traveling, it's not the same reality when a man plays a show and a woman does.
Right.
I have to be careful all the time. I have to be aware of everybody. I have to kind of assume the worst. Just protect myself, for sure, all the time.
Yeah.
Men don't, but they know that other men do. So then, right, then they're afraid that you're out there, and it's just so difficult, right? There's so many layers to be concerned about, that how can we even get to just the part where we just perform and we're just an artist?
Well, it's really interesting. I was at an event in Nashville maybe like 6 months ago, and they will remain nameless, but a publisher was talking about how he didn't like female artists, and I'm like, you're married to one of the biggest female stars that was ever like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
and I thought, what a thing to say to a room of like 70% women.
Oh,
that's crazy.
What did he? Why?
Like he was talking. I have no idea. He was talking about how if he would get a CD, or he would get an MP3 or something sent to him, and it was a woman, that he would didn't really want to listen to it. I thought, what about all these amazing female writers that you passed up because you don't want to listen to female writers? I just think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in this town.
Oh yeah,
could not believe that. But I agree with you about the whole thing with women. And what I love about you, Jess, is that you just have your own thing. You do it, and it's like you don't give a crap, and you're just going to be you. And you do it all so great. I love these pictures of you. You're always so stinking in shape. I don't know what you're doing, but
baby.
You're always picking them up. You're always in amazing shape, and then you have all these really interesting pictures, like the cover art for Eve, and the picture of you and Ben flipping your hair around. That is such a great shot. Oh my gosh!
Thank you.
That's like everybody's rock and roll dream picture.
I love that.
I love that.
That's every day.
So I always ask all my guests this question, but tell me a stay inspired story, and that's a story something that happened in your life that really sticks with you. It could be something somebody said. It doesn't have to be about music, you know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember this is a tough question because I feel like there's things that happen all the time.
Yeah.
I do remember specifically when it comes to like things people say, there was a minute where I like figured it out, is that as humans, I think when we hear something negative, we get that mean person on Facebook or whatever, we remember that. And I remember every mean comment I've ever gotten, and how I've tried to overcompensate or prove that I'm not this or that or whatever they said about me. And what's so sad about that is it's like, why do I remember every negative comment, but not the millions, literally millions of happy, wonderful, nice things that I've gotten, right? And as musicians, especially performing out, you get them all the time. All these people say thank you and they appreciate you. So I definitely remember there was a day where I got a real negative one. And I don't know, in the same minute, I got the sweetest thank you. You give me faith. You like your music inspires me, you know, that kind of a sentiment. Yeah. And that's when I just figured out like that, okay, well, those don't matter. And that's what keeps me going is those people. And I know they're out there because they come up to me all the time and they message me and they ask me to play an original song for their first dance, you know, things like that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Right. You just can't, I mean, it doesn't get better. You can't. So forget all the negative, right?
Yeah. Well, that's good advice. That's a really nice way to look at it. Well, you know, the thing is you can't pick your fans, first of all, and you can't I'll never forget one of the first song pluggers I ever had. She said, you can't make people like a song. You can't make people cut a song. And it's true. And so I just always have thought that people that want to make negative comments, unless it's something like, you know, your mother's telling you and it's really like a critical thing you could really fix, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that, you know, they're just a jealous person, or they're really unhappy person or something like that, you know. But it takes a lot of confidence, and you have to build your confidence up to be able to deflect those kinds of things that people can say. And with social media now, those cuts can get deeper because people can hammer at you. And of course you can block people like that, but it still is hurtful, you know. But that's a great attitude.
Yeah, I think it's necessary.
Yeah, great attitude. Well, we're going to take a listen to your new single. Tell us when you released this song.
Yeah, this came out July 17th of this year.
Oh, brand new.
Brand new, yes. Yep.
It's nice. Well, let's take a listen to your new single, Eve, and when we come back after listening, we can talk a little bit more about it.
Also,
this is Jess Novak with Eve.
God said, Eve, you got one rule to follow. If you can handle it, the whole damn weight of the world will fall onto your hips, yeah. A million years, we let Eve take the blame. I'm here to tell you, I think that she was framed. I said, God, why you gotta put all of it on me? Well, Adam sits under that apple tree, yeah. I'm screaming now, I've had enough, it's true. She's had it too. It's a man's world. Some quiet little thing. No, I won't sit down, I won't be small. I live out loud, I run, I don't crawl. It's a man's world, but that doesn't mean that I need to take what you handed to me. It's a man's world, doesn't have to be. Changing it now for my sisters and me. You can tell me what to do now. it's a man. It's a man's world. Doesn't have to be. I'm changing it now for my sisters and me.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
I love it. I love the power of this song.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm
It's
glad
so-
it's received. It's understood.
It's so great. So did you write this one by yourself? And
Yeah. So when I work with a guy, Justin, and I love him because it's super interactive. Like he doesn't approach it like I'm rewriting your song or we're doing it. It's just natural. It's just, I have an idea. Let's try this. Are you okay if we go like this? And we do. Oh, we have a visitor. My son just came over.
oh, cool.
I have to put him in his chair. Let's go.
I want to see him.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here he is, the little man.
Aw, hi, Jessup. Hi. Nice to meet you. Do you play music? Do you play music too, Jessup?
He does. He
Oh my
plays,
gosh.
he loves the piano and he calls it big music when he plays on it.
Oh, I agree. It is big
Yes.
music to be on the piano.
Yes. And he puts on his Elton John sunglasses every time and plays. It's really funny.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. That's great.
Yeah,
So you wrote it by yourself and then you collaborated with Justin.
exactly.
That's
Yep.
great. And did you have a lot of the ideas for the production or?
Another great thing about when we work together is we do a lot together and then I just let him go. And then he kind of comes back to me with it and that's it. So really I let him production wise kind of take it somewhere.
Nice. Then where do you cut the vocals? Do you cut the vocals at your house and you send them?
Home.
to
Yeah.
him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So that's really working out great for you guys.
Yes.
You know, with Jessup and travel and you can
Yes.
do it when you need to do it. That's really great.
Yeah. Booking studio time is hard with a baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And taking a baby to the studio.
Whole thing. Yeah.
I've never done it, but I can imagine it would not be fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that you got to make time for us today. And I've got to ask you too, what's your power word these days? What's a word for you that's really keeping you going this year?
So I just have to keep coming back to this. I just watched the movie about Mr. Rogers with Tom Hanks.
Oh, yeah, that's so good.
Just thinking about it makes me emotional. So kindness is the word, especially because people are so angry and mean and cruel right now in general. Just
I
the
know, I don't
climate.
get it.
Yeah. And Martin Luther King was right when he said hate, you can't fight hate with hate. Nothing good will ever come of it. So you have to do love. You have to be kind. And I found that again and again that if I come out and say something really mean, it's not received. It doesn't make anything better.
Yeah.
But if I come out with kindness, it creates more kindness. It makes people think about maybe saying the nice word rather than the mean one. And that's what makes a difference.
Yeah.
That passes on, keeps going.
I always like to post things on my stories on Instagram when I see something like that. And I saw this one recently of a lady. She was 94 years old. She passed away, but she would go every day to this neighbor's dog and she went on a walk or something and she would give the dog treats. And then she passed away and the dog was still waiting there for her. And it was like, oh my gosh, I hope somebody from this stinking neighborhood goes and gives this dog the treats so we can continue, pass it on, pass.
Yes.
But I absolutely love stuff like that. It chokes me up. I know how you feel. It's really moving.
Yeah.
And I just think that's something for me personally. It like really touches the sensitive part of my heart, where I just really want people to be nice and, be good to each other. I was always brought up that, people are basically good and, I don't know what happens to them along the way, but I hope they find themselves somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
It's so true. Well, it's been really great to talk to you, and I want to thank you so much for being on the podcast. Now, tell everybody where they can find your music and where they can find you online and where you're playing and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm easy to find. Jess Novak Music anywhere, but Jess Novak Music and the Jess Novak Band on Facebook. Same on Instagram. Everything is found on the website, jessrocknovak.com. TikTok, X, whatever. I'm all over.
That's great. And good luck with your single. And do you have another one planned to come out in about 2 months or?
So I have a lot of music in the works. I started a solo album in January, and that's
wow.
more of a live feel, like how I sound live on just me and a piano, me and a guitar.
Oh,
And
nice.
then the band just cut 3 songs too, so they'll be out this fall.
Oh, that is so exciting. Well, we'll be watching for that, and we'll have to have you come back on again and tell us more stories of your life and travels and writing. And I just really respect you and am inspired by you, Jess, because you have so much going on and you just keep it rocking and you go after it with a vengeance. It's so great.
Thank you.
It's really, really cool. Well, make sure you tell Ben we said hi and from Nashville. And I want to thank everybody for listening to Kirsti Cast today and thank Jess Novak. Don't forget to go check out her music, stream it away, please. And go see her if she's in your town or near you. And you can find Kirsti Cast anywhere you stream podcasts. Please listen, download, and share it with everybody. And don't forget to check out my online course, Spark Your Creativity. You can find that on my website at Kirsti.com. I want to thank everybody for listening. And I hope I see you again next time on Kirsti Cast. Whatever you do, stay inspired. You've been listening to Kirsti Cast.